All right, y'all. This is Thursday night. This is Miss Shirley, OG Gardner, Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6B. If you're watching the replay, thank you for doing so. And please hit that like, subscribe button, share it out, and show me that you like me just a little bit. Would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, it's been cold here in Cleveland. There is nothing warm about our temperatures. They just crazy. Yes, they are. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes and see who all is out there. Who know tonight is it is Thursday, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. I've been ripping and running so much. Sometimes I can't keep up with the days of the week. Uh, okay, there you go. Hey, Mike. Mike Chaotic, he need eased up in here. Well, but Mike early tonight. I just finished doing my hashtag TNOG video before I did my live tonight. I figure I finally do it and get it out the way. Hey, my Renaissance grandma. How are you, sweetheart? Yes, indeedy. Oh, you watching it? Yeah, I just dropped it. Hey, okay. Oh, you eased on over here. Okay, passionately intrigued. How are you? I'm all right. I'm doing better. One day at a time. Shakira, what's up? Hey, babe. Glad to see TT Urban Pantry. Girl, you took time to come on over here. Why, thank you for stopping by and saying hello to this old lady. I know everybody's going to be saying hello back and forth to one another. That's right, Mike. Tell him, hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. Will be greatly appreciated. Mike, our weather's doing one of your crazy numbers. I'm like, man, it's been cold for the last 2 days. Not cool, downright cold. And the wind was blowing a little tougher than usual. So that wind chill factor made it even cooler than what it was. The guys was trying to finish up, out there painting the house, and they even complained about, shoot, it's cold out here up on that ladder, and the wind is blowing as well. So yeah, it's a little rough. I wanted to get out there and play in the yard a little bit more, and that weather said, you keep your butt right in the house. And I was like, you ain't gonna tell me twice. Hey, grow what I eat. Hello, sweetheart. How are you this evening? Glad to see you there. Cheryl Faulkner. Hey, girl. I'm glad to see you made it in here tonight. Everybody saying hello to one another. Hi, Miss Shirley. Oh, okay. Oh, you saying hi to everybody. Okay. So yeah, everybody saying hello to one another. Can't speak individually. I'm preparing dinner. That's all right. We know that you're in here. We know that you're listening. So we'll know that you'll throw a comment when your hands is free. I had just finished frying some chicken before, not too long, because I hadn't eaten all day. For the last 3, 4 days, I've been going back and forth to doctor's appointments. And normally when I come in, I'm just worn out and I just don't even eat anything. I just want some because I'm thirsty and I lay down, end up dozing off and taking a nap. Today I had some work to do around the house because like I said, I just been gone. So I got that work done out today, and I cooked me some chicken. I stopped and picked up some salads, pre-made salads, and I was like, I'll eat some chicken and then throw that green veggie on the side in there a little later. Funny thing, it's hot here. Weather's crazy. Yeah, I know, Mike. And you know what? And tomorrow they saying 82 degrees, partly cloudy. Now today was only the high was like 47 degrees here because they gave us a frost warning yesterday for last night. Now they talking about jumping all the way to 82 tomorrow. They wonder why people are sick because of this crazy weather. Jumping 30 and 40 and even 50 degrees difference in the temperature. And I just got my neighbor to take my banana plant out the basement and bring it outside. And it's out there looking all limp because it got cold last night. And now they talking about 82 degrees tomorrow. I hope it makes it through the summer. I really do. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. All right. It dropped to 29 degrees last night. Yeah. Yeah, we had frost here last night. I was worried about my stuff outside, but I wasn't about to run down them stairs and throw a blanket over it. If it make it, it make it. It don't, it don't. That's the way I look at it. I'm too old to be running back and forth. Who says Jones True 67? Thank you for stopping in tonight. Glad to see you. Your face in the place. You made it in this way. Hey, there go my girl, Presbyterian. Hello, how are you? Good evening, sweetheart. Yes, I was just talking about how the theme for tonight was it's cold again. You know, last week, excuse me, same thing. Last week, last Thursday, it was like 80. I was in a tank top and shorts, had the door open, fan going for air circulation, door shut. I got on a t-shirt and the heat still on. Mm-mm. It's crazy. You don't know whether to strip or put on clothes. It's just crazy. When I went to the doctor's office, I had my heavier jacket on and my hat. Oh, I see somebody saying hi to African Dreaming. Hey, Jay. Hey, April. Glad y'all ran over this way. Yes, indeed. Glad you guys. What is it? Oh, shoot. It's a new day for you guys. Y'all night birds. Hey, Fifi. How are you, huh? Thank you for coming in, stopping in. Everybody saying hello to one another. So yeah, Jade April, how is your weather over in Africa? I know ours is wacky over here. So I was wondering, are you guys having the same problem? Is it hot over there, or is your weather fluctuating like it is here in the States? Oh, there she go. Hey, Gina. Mama Shirley's doing better, much better. Still got a little ways to go in healing, but I'm better than what I was. Yes, indeedy. Yeah, because the weather's crazy everywhere. Mike is having heat waves in Minnesota, and we're having frost. That's why I said I don't like to put anything in the ground until the end of the month, like after the 30th. A lot of people say after Mother's Day. I was like, I normally say after, what is that, Memorial Day, because the temperatures aren't stabilized, They keep going up and down, up and down. So I did put a few things out. My eggplant is standing straight up, looking like it's getting acclimated, and so is the pepper plant. So my gladiolas that I planted in the milk crate, they're coming up. I got new leaves on my Meyer lemon. My Miwok quack is trying to make a comeback. So my stuff is starting to look good, but then after last night, stuff is just acting crazy. I wanted to go over and look at my fruit trees to make sure I didn't lose the fruit that's on them because they were loaded down. My pink lady, oh my goodness, it was loaded with so many blossoms, and now it's starting to fruit apples. I hope I don't lose them. Oh, I see someone saying hi to TLC. Hey T, glad you made it, sweetheart. After tonight, shouldn't get below 50 here. Oh, shoot. I thought we might have been there because when I looked at the weather forecast last week, it said that this whole week it was supposed to be between 50, 55. Well, they lied because it sure wasn't 50. It wasn't even 50 degrees during the daylight yesterday, much longer yesterday evening. It was cold. Yep, made you pull out your winter jackets again, hats, because it was a little cold and breezy. Hey, Urban. Hey, sweetie. Glad you had a chance to stop over here. I put things out and was worried, but everything is doing okay so far. No more frost in forecast per Weather Channel. Yeah, well, they don't know everything, so we just hope and pray that it's all good. Yeah, because they didn't say anything about frost last night, but where did that come from? The frost scared me too, but everything is doing okay. Yeah, my stuff out there too. The only thing that was looking a little ragged around the edges is my banana plant. This is my second year having it. I was hoping I was going to get bananas this year. We'll find out in just a minute. 32 last night, Fifi. Yeah, you got cold all over. You can't trust the weather. You got that right. Yep, and it's supposed to. Oh, hey, Odom. Hey, glad to see it. Oh, there she go. There go 10. I see you slid over here. We was over at what Crafty Leo's channel. Yeah, I see folks sliding over here. And appreciate you stopping by and saying hello to this old lady. Like I always try to tell you guys, y'all make my Thursday. Y'all don't know how much I look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday. You know, like seeing you in other people's lives and making comments is one thing, but when you personally come to my life, I just feel like it's a family reunion that we all just getting together. What you say, the weather here is balanced so far. It's rainy winter for here. So nice or cool, but it's usually colder than here by now. No snow on the mountains yet. Okay. All right. That's a good thing, Jay. That's a good thing. I can keep it moving. Y'all pretty much even Steven, so to say. Ro, what's up? Hey. Yes, indeed. Everybody saying hello to one another. So yeah, we know here in Northeast Ohio, we've been getting cold temperatures. How you guys doing like in Georgia and Texas and South Carolina? How your weather going there? Because I know we're not the only ones that's got this yo-yo kind of weather. I know who is here with me? You Ro and Gina and what is in G Mama in Ohio as well, and a few other folks. So I was just wondering how everybody's faring with this sudden change and drop in the temperature. Because less than a couple of days ago, it was like 74, 75 degrees. Yeah, it's just crazy. One minute, because when I went outside to work in the yard, I took my jacket off because it was warmer than I thought it was. Even with the breeze, it wasn't too bad. Would you say, Cheryl, it's a bit chilly? 72. Girl, I wish it was 72 here. I'm like 47 today. That's cold. 72. I take 72 all day long. All right, somebody saying hi to Gloria. Hey, Gloria, how are you, dear? Did I miss you coming in? Evidently it did. Well, hello, Gloria. It's up and down, but not cold, just not as humid. Okay. Well, I know a lot of people don't want the humidity anyway. Humidity causes problems, so you can have the heat without the humidity. It's pretty good. Yeah, G Mama's in hot. That's what I thought. Okay. Everybody say it's still hotter than the police. That's a new one. I ain't heard that one, Odom. Oh, weather like that will keep folks sick. That's what I'm talking about. That's why they can't get rid of the flu. People with respiratory problems, it's hard on them, especially the ones who got like asthma and COPD. It's hard on them to adjust. hmm It was 44 degrees this morning and 75 right now. It didn't get to 75 here. I wish it got to 54. Miss T with the T. What's that, girlfriend? How are you? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Appreciate you coming in. Dang, 75. I wish it would have got it. No, it's cold here. It's cold right now. And the guys that was working on the house, they normally stay till like 5:30, 6 o'clock. They was gone at 4. They said that wind was whipping them and up on them ladders and it was cold. They said they couldn't do it. Today went up to 80, but it's 72 now. The low for tonight is 65. I take any of those temperatures right now. It's cold here. It was nice being, oh, it's nice. Been raining every evening the last few days, 80 degrees. I did plant lavender, cherry tomatoes, and jalapeno and blueberries. Okay, that's nice. It's real nice. That lake of that lake effect hits you. Yeah, it hit us. It slapped us and called us a nasty name. You could have stayed where it was at. I didn't do nothing to it. My Tika, what's up, girl? Glad to see your face in the place. Good evening, good evening. Okay, everybody saying hello to one another. Oh, there goes CC. CC, how's your weather in Texas? I know it's been crazy here. I know I saw one video where you showed your backyard was totally flooded. I mean, you could see the reflection of the trees from all the water that was in the yard. So I know you've been really been smacked lately with a lot of rain. It's been raining here on and off for the last 2 weeks. After it finished raining last week, we haven't seen any more. It's been dry. Was in the garden half the day today? Cause okay, it's 65. Cause it rained. Okay, cause yeah, when it rains, the temperature normally gets cooler, but it hasn't been raining. It's just gotten cool. The winds got high. When the winds picked up, the temperature dropped. You know that what they call it, that wind chill factor. Yeah, well, it factored in the cold. What would you say, CC? It's hot and humid. All right. Yeah, I could pump some of that heat down this way. Now it says it's supposed to get up to 82 tomorrow. I believe it when it happens. It'll take it a minute to work its way because it's supposed to go down to 47 again tonight. So if it's 47 tonight and then it's going to jump to 82, so that means first thing in the morning it's going to be cold. And hopefully by 12, 1 o'clock, you can feel it start warming up. And then probably not until 4 o'clock, you will actually feel the heat if it gets up that high. Because it says it's going to be partly cloudy. So that means if it's blocking the sun, it's not going to warm up as fast as if you got full exposure to the sun. Yeah. So that's going to suck. I do want to. I'm how do you say? I'm biting at the bit to get out and put some plants out in the yard. I still got them in my sunroom, and they all leaning like this towards the light. So I just went around and turned them around. I got a lot of starts that need to go out into the ground, but I hope that as soon as I put my starts out, I don't have to fight the groundhogs and the raccoon because they're out there looking for food because they're coming out of hibernation. It's been 60 at night. I take that. We can't even get 60 during the day. Down to 44 tonight. Tomorrow, 74 and rain. See, it's crazy. The lows here tonight is supposed to be 61. Yeah. Okay. Gina, you further south from me, so you guys get a little warmer than up here, than further north. Does it even really get hot in Ohio? I've never been there. Oh yeah, we get heat. It get hot up in here. Oh, we not excluded. Shoot, last year we had like 2 weeks that was in the 90s, and a couple of days it reached 100. Oh no, it can get warm here. It can get warm because I was getting up and going out and watering my garden like at 6 o'clock in the morning because by 9 o'clock you can feel the heat. By 10 o'clock you don't need to be outside. You don't want to have a problem with heat stroke. Oh no, it gets hot here. We get heat. And sometimes we get what they call an Indian summer around like September, where it will warm up again just before the temperatures drop and go down for get cooler for the winter months. Yeah, it gets warm here. Yeah. But Jay, it's funny you should say that because my son was in Dallas, Texas for 20 years. I used to fly back and forth to Texas. And when I went to Texas, I normally try to stay a week or two. And it was like 90 degrees at 6 o'clock in the morning in Texas. And by that first day I went, I slept for hours. They had to come in and check on me. I wasn't used to that heat and it knocked me out. But then by the end of the first week, I started acclimating to the temperature there. And I didn't know it was that humid in Texas as well. So when I came back to Cleveland, it was 90 degrees here. And people were looking at me, it's like, you're not sweating, you're not fanning. Like, what's up with that? And I was like, this ain't hot. I just came from Texas. That's hot. Texas got a whole different kind of heat. Yeah, they was laughing at me because I wasn't sweating at all. Hey Joshua, how are you? Cold here. About to turn my heat on. I haven't turned my heat off. I don't turn my heat off till the 1st of June. We say the heat just doesn't last long in the north. We get 4 to 5 months, maybe. Yeah, We got short summers, but we do get heat. That Texas heat's real, and the humidity too. Let me tell you, Jay, when I landed in Texas, I went to walk out the airport. When them doors slid open, I thought I walked into a wall. When I walked out that airport into that heat, it said, "Damn!" And I literally stumbled back. I wasn't used to that heat. No one told me that heat was like that. And I mean, I stayed inside until my daughter-in-law came out and came in and got me. I said, ain't no way in the world I'm standing outside. I will pass out. I couldn't handle that Texas heat. Y'all ain't no joke. Wait a minute, I'm seeing people that I'm missing in the chat. Who is that I just missed? I'm trying to see them. Oh boy, I don't want to miss anybody. Holloway, hello. How are you? Okay, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. I don't think I've ever seen you in my chat before, but welcome. Make sure you hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. Yeah, African Dream. That Texas heat wasn't no joke. Hit that okay, like button. Yeah, and yeah, we used to go out walking at night once the sun went down. It was still humid, but yeah, I love the heat too. I didn't have no problems with my arthritis when I was in Texas. I didn't even feel it. That heat kept me from being stiff and sore. It kept me loose. I could tell when I was halfway home. I started tightening up in the plane. I was like, yeah, we must be almost home. Yeah. It said this heat will tell you go sit down. So, girl, please. It walked me back inside the house. I didn't have a problem with it. Oh, and what I didn't know about in Texas, y'all got them little lizards. Okay. I'm sitting in the kitchen and your peripheral vision. I saw something shoot past me. And so I turned my head to see was I just imagining something or what? And so my daughter-in-law said, what's wrong, Ma? I was like, I thought I saw some shoot. She said, yeah, we got them little lizards. The exterminator will be here on Monday. She said, check your shoes before you put them on. I said, excuse you? Say what? They got that little lizards there that just running all over the place. I was like, oh my goodness. All right. Yeah. That was funny. It wasn't funny at the time, but it was funny later on. When I left Minnesota to get married in Memphis, it was 42. Got off an AC bus. It was 99 and so humid. It was like breathing boiling soup. That's the way I felt, Mike, when I came out the airport in Texas. I couldn't believe the heat. Yeah, I slept for the first 4 or 5 hours when I got there because I wasn't used to that heat. It just sucked all the energy out of me. You thought I was a sponge, and he said, and I was out. Yep. I love hot. It's my favorite weather. I like hot if I can acclimate to it. I mean, I done been to hot places like Dominican Republic and Mexico and Jamaica. I've been places where it's what is it? I just had my hat on. What was that at Puerto Rico? I've been places where it's been hot. Okay, but it's different kind of hot. Some places are dry heat, and some places it's hot heat. Like my niece and them there in Arizona. They got that dry heat. So it depends on where you go, because everywhere else wasn't that bad. Coming from Youngstown, Ohio, when I moved here, it was 102 in the shade and humid in Mississippi. I thought I was going to die. Yeah, the first time I went down to Atlanta, Georgia, they had history breaking heat wave, and it was the same way. It was like 103 in the shade. I went down there as a redhead and came back as a blonde. I came back nice and toasty. When I walked in on the job, they looked at me and said, ma'am, we're not open yet. And then I smiled. They was like, oh my goodness. I came back 15 pounds heavier because folks down south, they try to feed you like it's like as if you ain't never had food before. They're like, oh, you skinny. Let's put some meat on them bones. And they was feeding me all day long. Boiling soup. Yeah, that's a good one, but it was hot. Yes, indeed. You can't even breathe. You breathing like you having an asthma attack because the heat just kind of takes your wind away. So everywhere you go, it's a different kind of heat. Everybody's acclimated to their state where they live at. But when you're coming from one place to another and you don't have the same type of temperatures, it does have its effect. Just like people who live in Colorado, they are at a higher altitude, and sometimes it can be hard for us to breathe that thin air because we're not used to it. So, I mean, each state is different. So it's amazing how you can all be in the same country, but from state to state, the weather is really different. So it's amazing. Went a redhead and returned. Yeah, I went down there. My hair is long, and I went down there. I was red, bright, and came back blonde and black. Atlanta, Georgia heat, it roasted and toasted to send me back 15 pounds heavier. I was a whole different person when I came back from vacation down there in Atlanta. And everywhere I went, they kept trying to feed me. Girl, you need to get you some what did it say? Ham and grits with red eye gravy or fish. And early in the morning, I was like, I don't eat heavy like this early in the morning. They was stuffing me like I was a Thanksgiving turkey. Like I said, I came back 15 pounds heavier. I couldn't fit half the clothes I took with me to come home in. I had to buy a new outfit. I was like, I can't hang with y'all down here. Y'all have me weighing 400 pounds. Yes, indeedy. I would stay home and turn in the air conditioning to stay warm in the bedroom. And it was 99 degrees in New York in late 2000s. I cannot take the heat. Almost 100 degrees is too much. I can take the heat if I got some air, not air conditioning, but if I have a fan blowing on me where the air is circulating, I cannot talk today. Circulating. If it's not stagnant, where it's just like smothering you, I'm all right. Yeah, because I will strip down to the nitty gritty, believe me. And I will keep ice going all day long. So, in case I need to stick ice, I can do it. Yeah, it is good eating down south. They know how to cook. I give them that. I was eating everything they was putting down, but I was like, ooh, I can't keep doing this. Like I said, I'd be 400 pounds. Okay, Joshua. Well, thank you for stopping in. I'm glad that you had the opportunity to stop by and say hello. Have a good evening. Have a good sleep. That's my kind of eating. I know. TT, that's what I'm saying. I was eating the stuff that I hadn't had in a long time. It was good eating. You believe that? That's what my problem is, Miss Shirley. Can't escape that good eating, girl. Man, let me tell you, I could eat. I love food. I'm a foodie. I can walk barefoot to check mail, sub zero. Anything over 78, I'm dying. Ooh, no, Mike. Okay, no, you really don't like heat. If 78 is too hot for you, yeah, I'm good up to about 100. Then anything over that, then it might be a little problem. I'll have a problem trying to stay hydrated after that point. I can't drink enough fluids to stay hydrated. So then that's when I have to bow out and back in and go somewhere where it's cool. My family says since I've been in Mississippi, I'm 3 shades darker than what I used to be. Yeah, well, that's the same way I was when I came back from Texas and Georgia. It was hot. It seemed like I was breaking all kind of heat wave records, and I was roasted and toasted because I was slathering on the what they call the sunscreen. I wasn't trying to be fried chicken, but yeah. Wow, y'all. Yeah, I make sure I did my 40 questions today video. I finally broke down and did it. Oh my God. What Mike said, when it comes to heat, he's delicate. Oh my goodness. Why did you say that? Now that's funny. That's absolutely hilarious. Mike will melt anywhere if he thinks 78 is too hot. Mm-mm. Oh, Presbyterian, I meant to tell you today, I went grocery shopping and I was on the neighborhood van. and I had a little gentleman, and he offered me some chocolate. We were shopping together. He rode the van with us too. He lives in the neighborhood, and he was on the van too. And he has some European chocolate. And I said, if Quinn would see this right now, she would just fall out laughing. It made me think of the gentleman who gave me the rose when we were in Savannah. I don't know why little old men like coming up to me and want to hand me stuff. Mike, I'm still trying to get over that statement when it comes to heat. You're delicate. Yeah, right. I like to see you melt. Yeah, you got that right, Cheryl. Delicate is relative. Yeah, not in his case. Oh, you never adapted to the heat. I say, oh, get out of here. What's that, Branton? Hey, huh? How are you? How's my buddy Dex doing? Is Dex all right? He's so cute with his little bitty nosy self. Hey, Barb Brownlee. Glad to see your face in the place. Temperature overnight and this morning was in the low 30s. Just came in from watering one of my garden beds where I dropped seeds yesterday and feeding fruit trees. Yeah, I gotta get over there and water my fruit trees. Well, they have flower and some of them are fruiting. But even with the wind, you need to water them because wind will dry the leaves out. So I definitely got to get over there tomorrow. I got a kiddie pool full of water over there, so I could just take my watering can and drag it in there and water my fruit trees. I might drop a cap full of 511 in there. Dex is mad. I won't let him out. Let him out back again after him going in and out. See, right now he got an attitude with you. Yeah, mine is hiding because she got an attitude with me. I brushed her earlier and I stopped and she looked at me like I wasn't finished yet, and I looked at her like, but I was. So yeah. Grammy's Journal. Good evening. Glad you had a chance to stop in and say hello to everybody. I appreciate it. Make sure you folks are just coming in, hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. And also drop your channels. MSOG. Let folks know what your zone and state and where's your channel. So if they want to come and check you out, they can do so. What you said, same Bob, it was 33 when I woke up. Hopefully I can start planting next week. Okay. Oh, is that Stacy? What's up, Stacy? Hello, everyone in the chat. You saying hi? Stacy, got my pinky. That's right, Stacy. Yeah. All right. You followed the assignment. Ontario zone. Oh, that's 5B. Are you in the same zone with GT? I know he's in Alaska. Is he 5B as well? Okay. Answer there. Okay, everybody's saying hello to one another. Everybody's dropping. That's right. TLC. Excuse me. Everybody's saying hello to one another. What happened? Oh, okay. I try to look at my phone sometimes when I looking at y'all when the chat jumps, so I can kind of catch the comments. Odo says I'm hunting a fox, one killing people's chickens in the neighborhood. Oh, ouch! You gonna end up with a Davy Crockett hat with the foxtail hanging off the back? Oh, I missed that comment. Ooh, okay. What you got your little pew pew? Gina says rabbit season. Yeah, you know what, y'all get silly when y'all want to. That's hilarious. Excuse me. Yes, indeedy. Uh-oh. Who slid on here? Oh, GT is 4, like me. Oh, okay, like you, Mike. Okay, not Branton. I think he's 4, not sure. Okay. Did I see Sheed? Yeah, Sheed, we here. Would you say we here? Who is we, Sheed? Is it you or somebody else that I don't know about? Sheed, hit MSOG, drop your channel, and drop your growth zone and the state that you're in. So if we got new people in here or people who want to check out your videos, they know where to find you. Branson, you said you in 5B6A. Oh, really? In Canada? Okay. Hmm. I didn't know 6A went that far. I know it went as far as Illinois, Indiana, but I didn't know it went all the way up to Canada. Wow. Hey, Stacy, have your sister been back in your yard raiding your garden lately? The one who keeps saying she the oldest. Hey, Wanda, how are you? You say you just popping in for a minute. Open house at my granddaughter's school. That's okay. As long as you come in and hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit. I appreciate you taking the time out your day to stop in and say hello. Greatly appreciate it. I do. I do appreciate all of you who take time out of your day because you could be doing other stuff like in other states that doesn't have the cold weather and rain right now going on. They're out working in their yards. They're weeding. They're dropping more seeds. They're watering. Might be pruning some plants, some trees or whatever. It could be a million and one things because this is the time of year you're not going to see as many people in the chats during certain hours of the day because they're working on their garden. Yeah. When I work out in my garden, I end up coming in. Oh, you said Canada got 9 zones? Okay. Yeah. When I come in, I go to sleep. I had to take a nap. My body shuts down. It's like sit down, lay down, or shut down. Not lately. When she comes back, I will spray some 511 and super juice. Okay. Hey, Gail. Glad to see you eased on in here. Oh, yeah. I'm live and in person. I don't know my grow zone. I'm new to that, but I'm in Atlanta. All you do is, Google it, put your zip code in or your state, and it'll let you know what grow zone that you're in. Do anybody know where Sheet is at? He said he's in Atlanta, so I think he's in the same grow zone as Sunday and Dorsha. Do anyone know what his grow zone is? Can anybody give him a helping hand? It could be just chilling. It's too hot outside. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't have that problem. For one, it's cold here. We got the heat on. We got the heat on and wearing coats. It's still cold here, and the wind chill factor doesn't help it any. What you say, Cheryl? She is in 7B or 8. Okay, Donna, I know they're in Atlanta. Oh, you in Decatur? Oh, okay. All right. So you pretty much around the same thing. So you said you're in 7A or 7B. Okay, there you go, she. See, that's what you do. You let folks know in the chat you need some info. Ooh, there it is. What is your zip code? She okay. Presbyterian is asking you so she can pretty much let you know if you in A or B or straddling that. I'm actually in a split zone, 7B, 8A. I'm in the same way. I'm like 6. I thought I was in 6A, but I'm finding out, I'm in 6B. So I'm straddling that. Now, TLC's on the west side. She's definitely A. I'm on the east side and I'm B. So yeah, what you said, Gloria? You're in 8A. Okay. 7 and 8 zone 7B. Okay. You're in Decatur off Crenshaw. Okay. Oh, what's that? Gershom. Oh, okay. So you over there with Cheryl. Guava. All right, Gail saying hello And to everybody you missed, I'm very close sheet off of Covington. Oh, okay. So y'all all are pretty much in the same area, so you're pretty much in the same grow zone. That's a good thing. See, you came in here tonight on the check. Boom. Found out where you at. So now you should check out some of these other folks' videos that's in your grow zone. And this way you can see what you need to be dropping and growing. So I hope that helps you out a lot. By the way, do you even have a garden? Because you're saying you're new to the game. So I know that you're into electronics and radio, video stuff. Do you actually have a garden, or are you growing anything for the first time as well? I remember meeting you at the Grow Family, the Soil Family Expo, but I never really got into details whether or not you had a garden and if you were growing anything. So if you would like, you can let us know now if you are growing anything and what it is that you're attempting for the first time. That's right, growing what I eat. Tell me about it, baby. Hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit. How many more people in the chat still need to do their hashtag Tina getting to know you? I've seen a handful or two, but I know there's a lot more of us in this community than for the ones I've seen already. I know everybody's busy and they haven't had a chance to do it, but how many have done it and haven't downloaded it, or how many has to do it and download it? The last seeds I dropped when they sprouted, the rain washed away my labels, and now I love. Guess what I am? Oh, guess what? What am I? Oh, yeah. And that's also something I learned over the years. I learned to recognize leaves of different plants. I can pretty much tell an eggplant from squash. I might not be able to tell all the different varieties of peppers, but I know it's a pepper plant, or if it's okra or whatever, by looking at the leaves. Like my granddaughter wanted to pull up some weeds. I said, those aren't weeds. Those are flowers. They were marigolds that had reseeded from the years before. And I was like, no, let them come up. So after a while, once you get to growing stuff, you recognize, and that's something I wish they would put on a seed packet, what a leaf looks like when it first starts, when the plant first starts to grow, so you can kind of get an idea. I mean, just because you might know what you planted there, it doesn't always grow. Sometimes the weed will grow instead of the seed itself, which one ever germinates first. But get to know your leaves so that you can get a pretty good idea what it is that's coming up in there, and then you can make you a new label and stick it in the ground before you forget it again. But you say, you're growing cucumbers. Okay, nothing wrong with that. A lot of people like cucumbers. Oh, all right. They tell them where everybody's at. Would you say Presbyterian? Say me. Yeah. A lot of people complain about they write the names on the labels and the labels get washed off, and now they got this pen that you can get from the paint department that you can write on your labels, and it's not supposed to wash off. Oh, no, I didn't. But I can now. That's not a problem. I can tag you. Then I don't feel bad. All right, y'all. I don't even know how to tag. I just said it in my video. So I don't know if I had to put in there hashtag their name or what. So how do you tag somebody? I haven't recorded mine yet. Oh, okay. And I don't feel bad. Okay. All right. Everybody talking to one another. No, Quinn, I thought somebody tagged you already, but I can tag you. That's not a problem once I learn how to tag. I just thought you just had to say I tagged so and so. I told y'all I'm not uh electronically when they call it trained. So I'm learning as I go. Every time I talk to you guys in the chat, y'all say, no, Miss Shirley, you do so and so like this. Not like thank you. I never done it before, so I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I just really starting to get into the internet and all this other stuff once the pandemic hit. I mean, I've been gardening, doing flowers all my life, but to get into the different groups and talking to folks and what have you, um, I don't know how to do all this stuff. All right, between Gina and Queen and Lydia, one of y'all gonna call me and tell, or TLC gonna walk me through this because y'all good at that. I can't do much after a month in the hospital, but with help, I will move my rhubarb and plant my onions, potatoes. Might not have much else to. Gail, you're alive and kicking, girlfriend. That garden ain't going nowhere. It'll be there when you get well. You just don't overdo it. Heal first. Take care of you. Take care of you. Because if you can't take care of you, you can't do too much anything else. Yeah. So please be careful with that. They be fussing at me. You have to put the symbol. All right, wait a minute. I messed that all together. You have to put the at symbol with their channel name. Okay. So where do I do that at? Cece, that wasn't no help for me. What'd you say, Jules? Your neighbor gave you a cucumber plant, but she pulled it out from the root. I planted it, but it's dying. I think she should have dug a block of soil with it. Oh, okay. Oh, that sucked. Sure, it's not. I'll have some tomatoes growing in here. Oh, EJ Milton just popped in to say hello. Hey, I don't have a choice but to stay warm. I don't like cold. Believe me. EJ, thank you. I will do that. Backyard Garden Flow 2021. Thank you for stopping in. Please hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. Thank you and amen. I still have to go back for surgery, so not over yet. Ooh, girl, please build yourself up so that you'll be all right. Oh, geez, hello, anybody I miss? I was in the garden and listening. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's not sitting down inside the house. Some of you are cooking. Some of you just coming in from work or shopping or working out in the yard while you have the chance. You say in the video description. That's all right. Gina, you have to call me later and help walk me through this because all this stuff does. I have no clue, which I mean. I've never lived on the east side. We here. Oh, okay. Oh, that's hands in dirt talking she. Okay. In the in the description. All right. That still don't help me any. I get frustrated real easy when it comes to certain stuff, so I had to have someone say, "Okay, we do it like that." I'll get it. I'll tag you. I'll have it straight by tomorrow in the description. All right. What do y'all call the description? I'll get it. Did you hit that like button and show me? Oh, just a little bit. Oh, who's in the house? Honey Slanger. Hello, J3. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I'll get it together, y'all. I'll have everybody tagged either by the end of tonight or tomorrow. I'm not going anywhere. I finished all my doctor's appointments this week, so I get a chance to relax tomorrow. Next Saturday, though, my granddaughter's getting married. I can't send pictures of the wedding, but I will send you a picture of the outfit because I'm planning on being fly. Grandma is planning on being real cute. Your tech crew will help. Yep. That's what I'm gonna do, CC. I'm not gonna get flushed. I'm gonna wait till my tech crew come through here. As Ohio native, I did not choose where I was born. I hated the cold. Mississippi is just fine with me. Well, let me tell you something, Jones. I'm not originally from Ohio. I was made in Georgia. I was born and raised in Ohio. All my folks is from Georgia. They're from my grandmother's from Dalton. My granddad's from Albany. I got cousins in Atlanta. I got them in Augusta. I got them in Columbus. I got people all over Georgia, but I just ended up staying up north. I didn't know until later on, when I got older, that all my folks was from Georgia. I thought we was always from Ohio because they never talked about the South. Well, Mike said Annie will help. No, she won't. She will be a pain in the butt. She will irritate the crap out of me. Yeah, no, she's no help at all. We know you're going to dance. Yeah, I'm gonna do a jig of some kind. Yeah, but that's funny. Columbus and Augusta for me. Okay. Yeah. I did visit Augusta when I went down to visit my cousins in Atlanta, and these weren't even my mom's peeps. It was my dad's peep. I found out my dad had peeps in Atlanta, and I wanted to meet other parts of that his family. So that's when I went down to Atlanta. I got in contact with my cousin, and I met her. And I had checked in a hotel, the Marriott on Peachtree. The only thing stayed at the hotel was my clothes. My cousin came and got me and spent the whole day. I just went back long enough to sleep, change, and pick me up the next day. So, yeah, I stayed at the hotel, and the hotel was nice. I liked it. So, yeah, but I didn't get to go to any of the other family hometown. Most all of them are deceased now, so I probably wouldn't find them anyway, and don't know the rest of my cousins. So, but I did enjoy the time I was down in Atlanta. I had a good time. We at that time when I went, tell you how long ago that was. She took me to the Underground Railroad, the nightclubs and stuff when they were still popping down there, and and a few other places, you know, or is that Martin Luther King and some other spots she took me to. And I heard the Underground Railroad is no longer open down there. It's shut down. I think my son went down there one year. What was he? Free? What they call it? Freaknik. He was down there. He was in college, so he was down there with the college kids during the break. What else y'all saying? Did you mention names of who you were tagging to do the challenge next? If you did that good enough, so they have to watch the video to see if you name. Oh, now that I did. I put that. That was question number 41. I tag Miss Indiana Jackson, Homestead Heart, Tori, Brain, Lion Crest, and Love Notes. I'm sorry, Quinn. I didn't know someone hadn't tagged you. I should have thought about that. Yeah, I said their names in my video. That's question number 41. So hopefully, like you said, if they watch the video, they know they've been tagged. I don't know if Marie will do that. Homestead Heart. So I tag you, Presbyterian. Do a video, baby. All right. Facts Underground downtown. Yeah. Yes, Underground used to pop. Yep. When I went down there, it was popping. And it was so funny. I couldn't understand anybody down south. I don't know. You guys got a language of your own. I mean, the area I was in, I couldn't understand anybody. Every time somebody said something, I look at my cousin. I was like, what did he say? Someone thought I was from another country. They said I had an accent. And I was looking at them like, oh, you need a Q-tip for your ears. I don't have an accent. LP, good evening. Thank you for stopping in, sweetheart. And then one of the bartenders in one of the spots we went, I looked at him. I said, you don't have an accent. And he said, that's because I'm not from here. I'm from New York. His name was Maurice. I'll never forget him. And we had good conversations all evening because I couldn't understand the rest of them folks down there. And they was like, hey, dear, I was like, what? I look at my cousin. She'll translate for me. I could remember Jack. Oh, Fat Tuesday back in the day at the underground. Yep. Yep. They said was open to everyone tagged or not. Okay, Mike. All right. Presbyterian tag. Wait a minute, you didn't see that. Tag you it. Everybody saying hello. Tell it I was lost. They thought I was slow. Oh man, I'm not kidding. I was laughing so much at my cousin. I think one gentleman got mad at me. I think he thought I was laughing at him, and I wasn't really laughing at him. I was just laughing because I couldn't understand anybody. Everywhere she took me, they was like, "Hey, dear, yeah, 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 yeah." I'm like, "What?" And I kept looking at Mike. I was like, "What did he say?" Yeah, but by the time I left there, though, I finally could pick up on what some people were saying. What is that? Okay. Oh, people are checking on me from. I had a special test yesterday that was 2 hours long, so I got people checking on me, see if I'm okay. Oh, yep, my tag Presbyterian, she's it. So you got to do one. Don't feel bad, Miss Shirley. I had to have a translator at work myself. Oh man, let me tell you, my job, I had so many different nationalities. I worked at this so-called number two hospital in the United States. So I'm getting doctors and nurses from all over the world, not just the United States, out of the country, elsewhere. And they come in and they come to your desk and they start asking about stuff, and you be like, okay, this is the kind of doctor that you normally say, give me somebody else because I can't understand them. Yeah, then after a while, I could pick up on stuff that other folks. I say, they see a so and so and so, and they look at me, they say, how'd you get that out of there? I was like, you listen to people saying the same thing over and over again. After a while, you kind of pick up on what they're saying, and you just kind of store it away in the library. And when you hear it, you know what they're saying. It's like reading some doctor's prescriptions. I can read some of that stuff that looks like shorthand where and scribble scrabble where other folks be like, I didn't get that. And I was like, oh, he said just take twice a day, only with food or with water. And they just like, I didn't see all of that. And I was like, yeah, yeah. So you need translators sometimes everywhere you go. What you say? We talk down she. Wow. Also, how many people are venturing out to buy dehydrators and canners so that they will start to dry, dehydrate, or can their produce coming out of their garden? Because, like a lot of you warmer states, you guys are already got rid of your spring crops and starting on your summer crops. So, how much of your your spring crops like your brassicas and stuff, how much, how many of you guys have actually taken like your brassicas and washed them and cleaned them and chopped them up and put them in the freezer? Now you got melons and peppers and all kinds of other good stuff growing in the garden. What you said? What did they say? I was the same way. They look at me crazy like they don't over yonder is. Well, I have Southern folks, so I kind of understood a lot of the slang, but it was just that I understood it up here. Down south, I couldn't understand Jack. Oh wait a minute, I got to go back up for that. That shot past me just a little bit too quick. It was the same for me. I was in an area where they talked so fast. Some people thought I was hard of hearing. I kept saying, "What did you say?" I'm with you. I was like, okay. And they was some, like mom said, some of them sound like they had mush in their mouth and they was mumbling. My wife said the same thing. She's from New York. When talking to my friends, I code switch. Okay, what's code switch? Now that's something new to me. A new term anyway. Yeah, I know where over yonder is. My grandmother used to be like, child, what she say? Honey, hush your fuss. Like my grandmother called me Shalane for so long. I thought my name was Shalana. I never knew my name was Shirley Ann till I turned 5 years old and went to school. Cause that old Southern drawl. She's Shalane, come here. And when they said they called my name and I didn't answer, and they was like, "Why didn't you answer?" I was like, "You didn't call my name." And she said, "I said Shirley Ann," and I was like, "Who is that?" Everybody in the house called me Shalane or Pookie. I didn't know my name was Shirley Ann for a long time. So that's what happens when you have them old Southern folks in your household. You say I have both. I already have it all. Oh, Jay, saying hello to everybody. I need to look into that. Yep. My freezer was too full with tomatoes. This time I'm canning them. Yeah. I just looked in my freezer today and saw them little bags. I got all them cherry tomatoes that I had in the garden from last year that I hadn't cooked or used yet. So I really need to. I'm gonna just stew them down and make some sauce or something with them. When they said down the road a piece, what? Okay, now I understand that. I do. Never. I already have canned and dehydrated and plan on doing. But ooh, you go ahead, Gina. Gina. I was called the same thing, but it was Cheryl Lynn. I thought I was the only one. This name got dragged through the mud. Shirley and I, yeah, they used to call me Shalane. My grandmother called me Shalana so long I thought that's what my name was. I talk Atlanta on when I talk with my coworkers, just regular. Yeah, well, everybody's got their own language for wherever you're at. Okay. Code switching is when you talk properly in front of certain folks. When you're around your family and friends, you speak regularly. I got you. Nah, okay. I like that. I like that term, code switching. Yeah, I've done. Yeah, I've definitely had to do that. Like when I got around certain doctors on the job, these were surgeons. You don't walk up and say, "Yeah, what's up?" No, hey, dude, what's happening? Hello, Doctor So and So. So, how are you today? You and your associates are here today. How can I help you? You got to know where to cut it off. When you're in a room with a certain caliber of peers, yeah. So I understand what you mean by code switching because I had to do it many a night when our director was walking the floor with his colleagues trying to show off certain units and stuff. And he'll stop at my desk, and I've been called Miss Shirley for the last 50, 60 years. So this is our most famous hook here. This is Miss Shirley. Miss Shirley, how are you doing this evening? Oh, Director so and so and so. Just fabulous. It's been really nice today. Okay, we haven't had any codes. The floor is quiet. The nurses are nice. And we're just having a fabulous evening. And who are these people here with you tonight? You just had to. And then as soon as they leave, you be like, yo, you want to bring me a Pepsi over? They gone. Yeah. And my granddaughter, I had to get in her butt because she was hanging around. She went to a preppy school. And my granddaughter used to say, okay, like me and my friends, all right, like we went to the mall, okay? And I saw this dress and it was like, oh my God, it was so cute. And I was like, bring it down a notch or two, girlfriend. You back in the hood. And her favorite word, and I had to stop, that was whatever. And I was like, oh, heck no, we ain't doing that. I had a valley girl. She back to earth now. What's that, Carissa? Good evening. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Glad to see your face in the place. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah. Now, when my doctors came on my floor and they didn't have their colleagues with them, I could always say, "What's up, doc?" And I had nicknames for them. I actually had a few doctors that got jealous because they was like, "I was looking at, I was like, what's wrong with you?" And tell me, "You didn't give me a nickname." Good Lord, everybody! Like, I got to turn this phone off. They blowing my phone up. But yeah, it's certain doctors I had to come in and they knew what I like, and they knew I like a caramel macchiato with soy milk and a cake pop It would be on my desk when they want favors done. And then I had other doctors that was truly jealous. Oh, Dr. D, he was from Africa, and I couldn't say his name because his name was like this long, but I called him Dr. Didi. And oh, he loved the nickname. And his partner said, "Oh, you give me a nickname." And I was like, and I was saying to myself, I really don't like you like that to give you one, but I give him one just to keep him happy. And I love saying, "What's up, Doc?" I've been wanting to say that every time I saw it on Buzz Bunny. Good night, Miss Shirley. Been a long day. Everyone else, good night. What, Gloria? I understand, sweetie. I'm retired. I'm up all hours of the day and night. So you go, get your rest, do what you got to do, and enjoy the rest of your evening. All right. Oh my God, Mike, I hate that one with a passion. Oh, gag me with a spoon. I literally want to stick one down her throat. Yeah. But the first time she looked at me and said, "Whatever," I was like, "Say what?" Yeah, we broke that up real quick. I hated Valley Girl talk back in the 80s. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much what they was doing too. Pinky out with that. Yep, yes I did. Yeah, everybody saying hello, good night, good evening, all that good stuff. But yeah, yeah, the first time I got out to put some gas in the car and I came back and she changed my radio station from my old school, and she had, who was that? Was that Britney Spears? I think it was Britney Spears singing. I was like Prince at that point. Don't touch my radio. You ought to seen her trying to hurry him change the channels back. Britney Spears, really? Come on. I know they ain't changed you out like that. Really? That was crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it was Britney Spears, and she was singing some. I recognized the song, and I was like, "Oh no, no, you didn't change it. Change it back to my old school." Yes, indeed. All right, now I only seen Gina and one other person say in regards to that they were dehydrating. I got a bunch of lemon balm out there. I'm finna go out there and whack it. It's trying to take over my backyard. I'm gonna whack a bunch of that tomorrow and wash it. And I got a dehydrator. I think I'm gonna dehydrate that so I can make some teas and grind some of it up and make it a seasoning, like to put on my fish, or excuse me, on my chicken. Yeah. And what else popping up? Chives. They trying to take over, and I'm seeing my, what is that? I think it's oregano that's coming back strong. I seen some of my sage is trying to make a comeback. So there's a lot of little herbs that are perennials that are coming back right now that I could probably go out there and grab a basket full of this, that, and the third, and wash it and throw it in the dehydrator. Yeah, I can't do a whole lot of other stuff, but that stuff been fighting through. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Amber, let me call you back. I'm in the middle of something. Okay. All right, babe. Bye. Woo, when I didn't answer her text, she called me. Okay. Oh, all right. My car, my radio. That's right. She thought since I was out pumping gas that she could change the station right quick. I was like, Brittany, of all the people in the world, you had to put Brittany. I did a herb dehydrating video today. Okay. I know, Mike, you be pulling some stuff off of your hydroponics. You be growing everything. Yep. PIA, what is that? I can't pronounce that. Amber boom. What is that? I'm using wedding bags. I hang up working great. Well, I'm old school. I just cut the stems closest to the base as possible so they have the, and we like the old cotton string that you used to tie the legs on a chicken or a turkey. I used to use that and just tie it around there and leave enough for a hoop and hang it, you know, up on the wall until it dried. I hung some in the closet once. Everything in there smelled like herbs because it was dark and dry. Yeah, I forgot it was hanging in there till I went in there one day to get something. I said, "Oh, I forgot all about this." Well, that was the old school way. We didn't have dehydrators back in the day. I put like this: they might have had them, but we didn't have it. We didn't have one, and that's what Grandma did. She would take a bunch of them, she'd wash them, she'd make little small bundles, and the same way with flowers. If she wanted dried flour to make dried flower arrangements, she would do it the same way: cut them, tie them up, hang them upside down in the basement. We had a cellar in the basement. Granny had all kinds of canned goods and stuff down there that she did. Granddaddy had built a kitchen in the basement for Grandma, so in the fall she could hot water bath can without messing up her kitchen upstairs and having the house super hot. So yeah, that's old school. Uh, I have a canner, but whoever built this kitchen put the hood so low that your 23-quart canner won't fit on the stove. I may have to get an outside burner. My Ninja foodie dehydrates. Yeah, that's funny you should say that. Um, who was that? A couple of folks where they had a microwaves that was over their stove that was so low they couldn't get their 23 quarts canners underneath there. And who is that? Crystal. Whole new perspective. She showed you the portable hot plate that you could use to put your canners on, or for your canners, or if you were, what was it, water bath canning. So yeah, I'm trying to see if that's you know who. I want to mention her name. Would you say I dehydrate all the time for teas, herbs, seasonings, and more? Yeah. One of my play daughters is showing me how to what I have lavender. I got lavender, and she's showing me also how to do my echinacea, how to make tea out of my echinacea, and also my what is that? Oh shoot, brain fart. Can't think of it. It hasn't come to me. But I have more than one kind of lavender. I have the Hickok and the English lavender, and mm, nasturtiums. That's the other one, the nasturtiums. And I also have hibiscus. I'm trying to grow some Jamaican sorrow, and also how my butterfly blue pea. So she's into that. So she's going to help teach me between her and TLC. TLC said, "Don't let me get in an Uber and come over there and get you." She threatened me by coming to pick me up. Oh, I love her. Yeah, and more. So yeah, I hopefully that I can get some lemons off my Meyer lemon. It is starting to put out a whole lot of new leaves on it. So hopefully I can get me some lemons this year so I can actually try fresh lemons off my lemon tree. I'm really hoping, but I need to put them in a bigger pot, and I need to really feed them and get the soil just right. Um, it was a typo, Miss Shirley. I tried to remove it. That's okay. You good? Yeah, cellars are amazing. Yeah, we grew up with one. It initially started off as a coal cellar, where you used to have coal for your furnace. And then when they stopped using coal and got an electric furnace, then Granddaddy cleaned it out and made it a food cellar for Grandma. So it served its purpose. Carissa actually passed on buying a house because it had a cellar. It's enough for me. Huh. Okay. That's right. Growing what I ain't telling me. Hit that like button. So you show me that you like me. Just a little bit. Oh, I love my dehydrator. Last time I used it, I dehydrated strawberries and apples. Um, I'm really trying to. My strawberry patch is loaded. All the blossoms are starting to disappear, and the fruit is starting to come out. I give it maybe another 2 weeks. I think it's because um, before that back end of the yard was real sunny, but the trees and got taller, and so they're blocking some of the sunlight. So they're getting the sun, but it's a little later in the day than usual. So they're taking a little longer to ripen up, but they're still, doing it. So that means I will have strawberries later in the season, more so than other people, because you guys are already eating and canning and pulling your strawberries off. If I can get the electric company to trim them trees back down a little bit around those wires, I can get some of my sunshine back. But right now it's a little, yeah, a little short for me. Let's say most houses in Minnesota have basements, usually unfinished. Okay, so right to have a basement is a bonus to me. It's just extra living space, storage space, and you know, making a family room or whatever. Washer and dryer in the basement if you don't have it upstairs. The movies say bad things happen in cellars. Oh my goodness. That's all that's all mental. You need to stop watching scary movies, okay? I go in the basement in a heartbeat. If he jumps out, prepare to die. Because I'm not going down quietly or easily. Containing my guard, good evening. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello to us this evening. I appreciate you. That's a wish list. While house looking and a fireplace. How dare you? Yeah, because my girlfriend got a sharp basement. She got a wood burning fireplace in the basement and upstairs in the living room. And it's nice and cozy in her basement when I go over there. So it depends on what the basement look like. I mean, a finished basement is just a huge room, until you divide it up and make it into sections. You can have a side where you can either put a pool table or a ping pong table or a foosball table or a card table where you play cards. You can put your bar down there. You can put your TV and the kids down there. When you had the kids over and the grown-ups is upstairs, kids can go downstairs or you got teenagers, they can take their company down in the basement, to get away from the adults and stuff. So basements have a lot of good purposes. It's just how you look at it. That's all psychosomatic. When you think that, you got, what's his name? Freddy Krueger from Elm Street or somebody down here waiting on you to come down here. Yeah, stop it. Yeah, so yeah, our house in New York, my dad finished the basement for his kids to have. We did everything down there from roller skating to park, and we was the same way. We had this basement. It had this one long, I mean, super long, and we roller skated in the basement, played hockey. Took a sock and some sticks and knocked. We did everything in that basement. And on the other two halves, mom had the wash and dryer over here. And then over here, my dad had a workbench that he worked on. It wasn't scary at all. Girl, you need to quit watching them movies. Basements and cellars are dead. That's true that. True that. And Granny had one where she had the door on it. And it was cooler. And it had the shelves on it so that she could store her food and stuff in there. But I mean, if you buy the house, you pretty much think it's mass killer free when you bought the house. Check it out in the daytime, so it ain't scary at night. That's funny. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Laundry room, gym. I mean, it's a whole lot of things you can put down there. But a cellar shouldn't be spooky, and you should have the kind of light that has motion sensor. As soon as you get close to it, the lights come on, so you're not walking into a dark room. I mean, it's other ways to kind of combat that fear of having a cellar in the basement. It's if it's a really nice house, I would go for it. What you say? True. Every other house in the neighborhood, their cellar used to be a mortuary room. Creepy old Delaware. Well, Delaware, Maine. Y'all got a rep for witches and warlocks and all that kind of crazy stuff. So, yeah, that would creep me out too. But I just wouldn't be up on the East Coast buying one. That's all. Plus where I go in storms. Yeah, yeah, that's a good thing too. When there's tornadoes or hurricanes, you go in the basement. Yeah. So you see, Carissa D, that's why I can't do it. Carissa, you shouldn't have said anything like that. Oh my goodness. It's bad enough. She like scaredy cat Pam. Oh my goodness. Y'all funny. I want a dark cellar. Y'all funny. She not right. Y'all just silly. Oh, that's just too funny. Okay. What else? All right. So only one or two of you saying that you're canning your goods. You're dehydrating them. See, everybody else then kind of disappeared. They came in strong at the beginning and they kind of slowly eased on out the chat. So I know there's a lot more gardeners in here that's pulling produce out of their gardens um, and doing something with it. No, no, you're not sorry. It don't bother me. Oh, it doesn't bother me. I went in the basement once and somehow a squirrel got in the basement. And I was down there washing. And I heard some in the back. And I started talking to it. Whatever you are, you better stay back there. If you come out here, it's a wrap. And it got quiet back there. So I don't know if it could tell by the tone of my voice that mm-mm. And the landlord had to go down there to do something. And when he opened up the door, it ran out. So I was like, yeah, if I can get to it before it get to me, it's a done deal. You can believe that. I have a canner, but I haven't used it yet. Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of us do because when Led Farmer was talking about following directions for Homestead at Heart, when he got the canning bug, and he was canning everything, from meat to veggies to fruits to whatever. He got that canning bug, and he went bananas, and he was fussed about how many folks got all this new fandangle equipment and haven't even taken it out the box. Oh, I took my canner out the box eventually. I took it out, washed it out. I tried to hang with him that night that he was canning. What was it? What was it? Beef, corned beef, or something? It was some kind of meat that he was canning, and no, chicken. I think he was canning chicken, and I started, and I couldn't get past that rattling of that pot. I'm sorry, it was a bit much. So TLC said she gonna help me with that. Yeah, cause I bought a. What did I get in that? It's still in the box. I ain't even broke the seal on it. Air fryer. I wanted an air fryer. I got the air fryer, and it's still sitting in the box. I just wanted it because I could get it. I'm gonna use it because when it gets hot, I'm not turning on the stove and cooking. I will plug up that air fryer. Clarissa, do you have a channel? If so, drop MSOG. Let us know where you're located, what state, and what your zone, so that we can come and check your channel out. And the only way we can do that is if we know. But you say, no, no channel yet. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I hope you got one coming up soon. Clarissa, do you do other things other than gardening? Because not everybody that's in the chat is straight gardeners. We have a lot of gifted, crafty type individuals, or they are knowledgeable about real estate or mental health or finances of some kind. Most of the people that's in the chat has more than one niche. So, you know, if you have something or they're crafty, uh, with their hands, like who is that? Unbiased LLC and Crafty Leo and Blue Lotus and Miss Ellen. You got a lot of people with a lot of skills, and like Gina and TT, how that they do canning, how, and then you have Mona and you have Felicia. They'll be sitting there crocheting and crafting. We have so many gifted people in our community. It's not just about gardening. Gardening is normally the bottom line, but we have so many well-rounded people that has other skills that we can enjoy. So if you do more than just gardening, and if you have another skill, who else I've been watching? Uh, Angela Canvas. She's been doing a painting every day. I think was for the next 22 days straight. She's been doing paintings, you know, and I really like watching our younger ones. I love Yellow Door Asia and you Grow Row doing her vinegars. And, it's just certain people that I can really get into and really enjoy because they're just as comical as they are as gardeners. And a lot of these people aren't long-term gardeners. These people are new to gardening. It's only been gardening maybe a year or two, and they hardcore because they pack a whole lot in a little space that they have. And a lot of you guys got chickens that I want so bad, but I can't have chickens where I'm at rental property. But I would love to have some chickens. But it just shows you what people can do, you know. And a lot of you got pets that deal with your chickens as well. So you have to be careful. Oh, GT, I was watching you. I don't know if you saw that comment I made about, I saw that grow tent. I said, is that grow tent in the garage too? I was like, boy, because I was watching you one day. Oh, you're driving, but listen, okay, so you can't answer right now. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I set up last night and I was watching your video with you in the garage and talking about cooking and what have you. Working 7 days a week. Oh, I don't know about that. That's a bit much. And Dale, girl, I was cracking up when you said you got a chance to pick up. Is it Thelma? I know you got Thelma and Louise. I don't know which one you was holding, but you was holding one of them. You got a chance to hold them. I was like, all right, she mama now. And Dale, thank you for stopping in this evening. Ooh, yes, indeed. I'm glad you had a chance to run through, even if you stayed but a hot minute. I just enjoy everybody, anybody who has a chance to stop by and say hello. That you took 4 or 5 minutes out of your schedule to stop by and say hello, listen in on the topics. If you didn't catch it all, you can always watch the replay and put a comment in. I love comments. I like to hear what's people's thinking or a suggestion that can help me improve on gardening in some form or fashion. I do other things too, but I really just focus on talking about gardening. Okay, you said that's Thelma. Okay. I know. I was watching and you was like you got a chance to hold one. GT Grows Channels makes me laugh so hard. Oh yeah. GT be talking about cooking, how he cooks mainly and how his wife make the side dishes. I love watching that. And he was showing all the different seeds that he was getting ready to drop. And I was watching that one video where he was out in the snow. I think it was from November of last year. And he took the buckets off and he was pulling up cabbage. And the little one he found out, I was like, oh, it's cute. But the ones that didn't make it go in the compost pile. But the other ones, he can do something with it. He can cook something with it. I know GT will come up with something. Would you say passionately, I'm so new to gardening and loving it? Of course. We made from the earth. From dust we came, and we were created to dust we will return. You saw you got 3 grow tents in the garage. How big is your garage? Don't you have your chickens in the garage too? That must be, what's that, a big 3, 4 car garage? I know you had recently moved into that place. Was it last year? So that must be one heck of a garage if you got 3 grow tents in there. Woo, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I know I love how You took your environment and made it feasible for you to grow and provide for your family. Watching you and Mike, how Mike grows inside like a madman, and you are in the garage, y'all take your environment and make it conducive for you not to go hungry just because you're living in unfavorable weather conditions. We complain about it being, frost killing our veggies and fruit trees and stuff, where you guys have adapted to how to make food grow under the worst conditions. I mean, every time you heard Mike do a video, it's because he and his wife just came here from being out shoveling snow for 2 or 3 hours. And GT, you're showing videos where you're growing under 5-gallon buckets in the snow. So when people say I can't grow anything, uh, you need to be on this channel because we have people in all different conditions growing whatever they want. I missed Lead Farmer's video earlier about fruit trees and pulling up stuff, so I got to go back and check out Lead's video. But I've been watching a lot of videos from all you guys from everywhere, and you, how do you say, adapt to your conditions so that you can grow food, whether it's indoors, outdoors, in a tent, under grow lights. Was it Cheryl? I was laughing at Cheryl Faulkner. She had all those plants in the living room. Her living room started looking like a jungle. And who else? It was Analytic Gardner. Was that Analytic Gardner? No, Georgia Peach. No, that might have been Analytic Gardner. But I know someone else had the same thing. Their living room looked like a greenhouse. They had grow lights everywhere, and they had to up pot their stuff because it was warm, it was happy, it liked where it was at, and it was just growing its butt off. So don't say you can't garden. People who are in apartments who say they can't grow, that they don't have a balcony, they don't have uh, a sunny window. That's what grow lights are for. That's what hydroponics is for. There are too many means of ways to grow whatever you want. I'm looking at Mike growing squash inside. I'm watching him growing carrots, or what's that, beets, in a hydroponics where you can see the bottom of the beet sticking out the hole. I didn't think you could grow beets in a hydroponics because normally they're what they call a root vegetables. But I seen it with my own eyes in Mike's video. I've seen him taking male flowers and female flowers to pollinate. There was no bees. There was no shaking. He was taking his wife's makeup brush, getting the pollen off of one to pollinate another. So I'm like, Led, I don't want to hear it when you said you can't grow in an apartment or in a house that don't have a balcony or a porch or a sunny window. You can grow it anywhere. Oh, now here go my granddaughter. What is with these folks? I'll call you back. Yeah. So, yeah, don't say that you can't grow. It's just that you didn't want to put forth the effort. You really don't have the ambition that you think you have if you constantly saying, no, I can't do this. You listen to these folks in here long enough, they will send you seeds. I've gotten seeds from so many people that there's no way. And I buy a lot of seeds. I cannot grow all this stuff in a lifetime. Okay. But I will always have seeds. Gail, she said, I'm sorry you on your live. Yeah. Yeah. That we will never run out of seeds to eat. People in the garden community are so happy to help. Yeah, they are. All you got to do is keep talking long enough and they'll say, drop your email. Next thing you know, when you least expect it, you go down there to get your mail and you got seeds. Or you got a box that's got a real plant in it. You know, Hey, such some soil, Mona. I was talking about you earlier, you and Felicia. I was just saying how that everybody has all these different skill sets, how you guys will do crafts and crocheting, that we're all not just plain gardeners, Some of us have more than one skill and we share it with our garden community, right? Grow most anywhere. That's what the collective here helped me with for sure. One night on Gina's channel, they pointed me to the other channels here on YouTube that grow. Yeah, exactly. And this is why I tell you to drop MSOG, drop your channel, drop your grow zone, and your state. For new gardeners that's here, don't know where to look, and they're coming into these chats trying to find out information on how to help themselves grow. And that's why I always say drop your channels. Just like she didn't know what grow zone he was in. Once we knew where he was located, you guys immediately started dropping in and letting him know where he's at. So that means he can go to your channel, see what you dropping, see what you growing, and he can do the same exact thing if he wants to start a garden. He said he was growing cucumbers. Well, now he might want to grow tomatoes and peppers just based on watching some of you guys' videos because you're in the same grow zone or even the same state he's in, even in the neighborhood, less than maybe 45 minutes away from each other. So never underestimate the power of dropping your channels. Hey, Nikki, how are you, sweetie? How you doing, boo? Glad to see you had a chance to stop in here, even if it's for a hot minute. What you telling TLC, I'm really excited about it. Do you have videos on your channel about your porch grow? Oh, yeah, she got some nice ones too. TLC is very knowledgeable. Girl is good. I got to give credit where credit is due. Everybody's in here has their specialty in what they do, and they're good at it. So, like I said, drop your channels. Be proud what you're doing. Share, like, subscribe, and show me that you like me just a little bit. And in some of my videos, I try to do step by step on how I grow certain things. Like right now, I need to do a new video on my gladiolas and my dahlias. We had a lot of rain for a minute. Well, it's finally stopped. It warmed up. It got cold. It's getting ready to warm up again. But my glads is up about this big already. So I hope within the next couple of weeks, they will be up and blooming. I need to put some bamboo stalks down in there. So in case I need to wrap some string around so they don't flop over, um, I need to do that before the roots take over and I don't damage it. So yeah, front porch gardening grows on porch. Renaissance grandma on a balcony. I have a porch out here. I'm on the second floor of a two family. I have a porch out here and I have window boxes. And in my window boxes, I grow lettuce. I grow mustard greens. I got a couple of pots up here that I grew Swiss chard, dill, and what was that? A jalapeno pepper up here on the porch. So I grow upstairs as well as downstairs. When I don't feel like going down in the garden, I got a garden up here. I have flowers in my window boxes. I have a hummingbird feeder that I hang. I have a set of hummingbirds, Ethel, Fred, and Ethel. Don't say you can't garden. And don't say you got to have certain pots. I've grown in a teacup. I've grown started seeds inside of an egg carton. You, I 5-gallon buckets. I had an old boot that had a hole in it. I didn't want to throw the boot out. I thought the boot was cute. I filled the boot up full of dirt and I stuck a tomato in it. You can grow in anything. Our old coffee can. All you need is make sure it got drainage holes to let the water out. Fill it up full of dirt. You can put the top on until the seeds germinate. Take the top off, and you can grow whatever you want. If it can hold dirt, and if you can put holes in it so that it has drainage, you can grow in anything. I actually did a video where I grew in 5-gallon buckets, 3-gallon buckets, pots, 2-gallon pots, mini flower pots. I have kiddie pools out there. I just got two. Well, I had them, but I hadn't started using them. I got two 50-gallon grow bags I've never used. I am getting ready to fill those up. I got them halfway filled with leaves and stuff from the fall that's probably already broke down. I got that big pile of mulch out there that I got from the city when they were cutting and trimming trees that I could fill up the rest of the way. I've used totes. I have fruit trees and 17-gallon quart laundry containers. I mean, you can grow in anything. It's just depend on the individual on what you want to do. And use potting soil if you're going to use containers because it's light. When you use that garden soil, it's too heavy. It won't let the air circulate around the roots and it can kind of suffocate your plants. If you don't have a choice where you have garden soil, lighten it up. That's what you use, perlite and vermiculite, and you can add a little peat moss to help hold moisture and help lighten it up. I mean, it's so many ways that you can make it feasible for yourself to grow. Would you say I grow inside a baby white container? I have salads that I eat. I keep the salads. They already got the drainage holes in them, and they got the lids on. I don't even cut the lids off. I leave the lids on. Once they germinate, I pop the lids open. Leave them on there. Once the plants get to a certain height, you're gonna upgrade them anyway. So it's no use of ripping the lid off of it. Just rinse it out and put it for the next set of seeds you're gonna drop. Hey Robin, thank you for stopping in this evening. Would you say you're in the bushes? That's all right. Stay in the bushes. Yeah, egg carton feeding. Oh, please. I love egg cartons because they germinate so fast in an egg carton. All you got to do is make sure you keep it watered. I watered it every day. See, you guys are still working and got kids and significant others. It's just me. I can get up every morning, have a cup of coffee, sit outside, and I'll go out and water everything and then just sit back and listen to the birds and enjoy my cup of coffee, read my Bible scripture for the day, get my day started. But egg carts, yeah, not the cardboard kind, um, the plastic ones, because they hold the heat and the water. I don't even put holes in the bottom because I just water them enough to moisten it. And within a day or two, sometimes them seeds is up and popping, and you can up pot them right away. Yeah. Uh, Good tip about the potting soil. Yeah, yeah. Potting soil is light. I like using potting soil instead of seed starting soil because potting soil also has a little nutrients in it, and you don't have to worry about trying to um, add any type of liquid fertilizer to get them started. They got a pretty good start. Seed starting is kind of bland, don't have anything in it. And to me, it just gives you a better root system when you use potting soil instead of that seed start stuff. Nothing wrong with it, but this is just what I do. This is how I roll. Okay. I mix mine with perlite, vermiculite. And that's right. That's right. Duval. I understand. Keep your eyes on the road, honey. Oh, you said, oh, you having dinner, not driving. Oh, Lord, I saw the D. Hello, everybody. Been listening, having dinner, can't respond. That's all right. Don't lick your fingers on account of us. Enjoy your food. Let it digest nicely. Yes, indeed. Oh, like Duval, aren't you in Florida? I do believe you're in Florida. So you down there in the hot, humid area as well. Who's that? Dan Permaculture. I love watching Dan and all the tropical trees and stuff. I wish I could grow a Barbados cherry. Oh my goodness, I love those. They are so good. It's just, and everybody has something in their garden I wish I could grow in my own. But due to the climate and our short season, if I don't start it early enough inside before I can transplant it outside, I know it's not going to make it through the season. It won't go to flourishing by the time our weather start getting cold. So I envy certain ones in certain states because of what you can grow. But that does not stop me from growing things and trying to grow, just like my Meyer lemons, my banana plant and stuff. I know they're not conducive for being outside all year round here. I have to bring them in the wintertime because they can't handle the cold. But I'm still able to have that plant and to grow from that plant. So I'm satisfied with that. If I couldn't do it at all, then I would be a little myth about it, because it's something I really would like to try to do. Like I know moringa. I'm trying to grow moringa this year, but I know it's not going to last because it doesn't take the cold. So it would have to come in the wintertime as well. So it's a lot of things I don't mind giving it a shot just to see if I can do it. That's not going to discourage me from trying it. It's just certain things I wouldn't put forth the effort and energy into it because I know it's just too time consuming. But there's still other things that I can grow that I can really enjoy, and others around me can enjoy it as well. So never be discouraged about things that you can't really, really want to grow. Grow what you can, grow a lot of it. Enjoy it. Share it with your friends, share it with your neighbors, share it with your family, share it with your coworkers, you know, and have some for yourself. Just enjoy what you can grow. You know, once you get the hang of growing things, if you want to venture out into other stuff, sure, do so. But get the basics down first. A lot of people lose plants because either they overwater or underwater. Once you get used to knowing when your plant is dry and how often you need to water it, then the rest of it will become second nature to it. You can kind of look at a plant and say, oh, it's getting ready to droop. I'll wait till the sun go down, give it a good drink of water, because if I do it now, it's going to evaporate faster than I can water it. You learn. Like I had to learn about my flowers in the front, my hydrangeas. My hydrangeas used to droop during a certain part of the afternoon. I thought it was because they were dry and needed to be watered. And I used to water and water them, and they still didn't perk up. Then I did, as they say, do your research. It's called respiration, where they shut down during the heat of the day to conserve energy and water. And once the sun goes down and it starts to cool off, they perk right back up. So as you garden, you learn. That's why you got Google, you got libraries, you got other gardener friends, you got garden community. Do your research, reach out. That's why we have this garden community, so we can converse back to one another and find out what can I grow this. And it's like, it's too late to drop it now because it's not gonna, you know, grow to fruition by the time the seasons change. Next time, start it maybe in February. So by the time the weather warm up, you can put it out in the yard. Like a lot of people started gardening in December and January because their seasons allow for that. Here, we sitting in 4 or 5 feet of snow. So it's not feasible for us. We can do hydroponics inside. We can grow stuff under grow lights inside, but we can't grow outside. So you know, you have to make adjustments. You have to be flexible, and you have to pay attention, because we have people that's like, well, can I drop this in the in the fall? No, it's not going to give your plant a chance to grow. It'll come up, but what are you going to do with it after that? And then we have people who planted outside, and they didn't know what a frost date was, and the frost came and killed everything they had. Then they were mad and upset, saying, well, you didn't tell me. We can't tell you everything. We can tell you to do your research. We can tell you what's feasible, what time of the year, but you got to listen. Because I had a neighbor who asked me, can I drop so and so? No, I said, no, it's too early yet. And they were impatient, and they went out there and they planted everything. And I just stood and looked at them and shook my head. We didn't get a frost, it snowed 3 feet, wiped out everything they had. My neighbor didn't talk to me for the rest of the year. Didn't hurt my feelings because I told you not to do it. You mad because you got out of money and you had to do it all over again. So you got to pay attention. Listen, everybody that's in this chat trying to give you advice, everybody can't be wrong. Okay. If they tell you don't plant it right now, don't plant it right now. It's not conducive to your area, your conditions. Like I want to plant in the ground so bad right now, but we had a frost last night. If I'd have tried to put my tender plants out there in the yard, there's no guarantee. It was like a crapshoot, 50-50. Maybe, maybe not. I don't want to lose any of them. We got our solo cups and we keep dropping seeds. So if we lose a seed or two, if it dies or critter get it, we got something to replace it. But if you don't have to go through that, be mindful of your grow zone. Be mindful of your temperatures. The weather report will give you a week's long of your temperatures. Sometimes they are reliable, other times they're a little iffy. But for the most part, they're pretty close, if not spot on. So just do your research, check out everything, and like they say, just don't take one person's word as gospel. You got all kinds of people in here. She is Sunshine. You ease up in here. Good evening. Thank you for stopping in. Glad to see you made it for a quick one. Yeah. So yeah, just be mindful of other people. Like you said, drop your growth zone, drop your channel, MSOG. Let folks come and check you out, and then let them make up their minds whether or not this is what they want to do. That's all we can say. We all one big happy family. We're all here to encourage one another. We're all here to help one another. We're all here to be one big happy family. Just like at the soil fam, I always want to say soul. And I feel like so with the Soil Family Expo, it was phenomenal. You had the meeting of the minds. Okay. It was just amazing. Like I said, my back was hurting because I got hugged and kissed so much. This is the type of community you want to be in. And for you new ones, y'all need to come for 2024. It's in April of 2024. I think it's, what is it, the fourth, fifth, or sixth, or fifth, sixth, and seventh, somewhere the second weekend in April. So come and enjoy. You won't be mad. You won't waste your money. You won't waste your time. It's nothing but love. Really say it's nothing but love for you, baby. That's what you got. Going to bed, got to get up early. Good night, Quinn. Please enjoy yourself. Erica, my front girl, stop. Good evening. Quinn, have a good night. Say hello to your husband. Tell my girl, Quinny, hello. You have a good evening now. All right. GT, you coming in 2024? Oh, snap. Gigi is in his house. Oh, Gigi, hello, hello, hello. Gigi, let me tell you, you done started something with the pepper thing. I done seen a couple of videos where people were talking about how that they saw your video about peppers. Well, I did it. And my peppers was off the chain. And I done heard a couple other folks is snipping off the tops of their peppers too, so that they can get bushy and have non-stop peppers. So Gigi, you done started a revolution on peppers. You put your toes all in there, girlfriend. Oh, I'm glad you're able to help so many to enjoy gardening as well. Yes, indeedy. I'm trying to see everybody else in there. Oh, I got about 7 more minutes and my 2 hours are up. But I was just saying in regards to how that it's cold here in Ohio right now. Frost has hit in all different areas. Um, and tomorrow they're talking about 82 and partly cloudy. So with the temperature swing, it causes all kinds of friction for people who have low, what's the word I'm thinking of? Not energy level, but um God, I hate when I can't think those certain words. And they're simple words at that. When their resistance is low, where they are susceptible to the allergies right now, asthma, COPD, any emphysema, any type of lung disease or I can't get my words together tonight, where they have any problems with breathing, respiratory. That's the word I was looking for. They got respiratory issues with the weather constantly going up and down. It's not good for them. And the flu is still out here. The flu hasn't been eradicated yet. It still will mess with people with the weather going up and down. COVID cases will start popping up and out as well. So you got to be careful out here with these constant change in the weather. It's working with my arthritis. It's kicking my butt with the arthritis. I'm warm 1 minute and I'm cold the next. So it will mess with you, and just like you mess with your plants. You got people running out here still throwing blankets and plastic over their plants so that they can get through the constant change in the weather. So it was like high today was 47 with a wind chill factor of 40. Okay. And then now they talking about tomorrow 82 and partly sunny. And I'm going from t-shirts to tank tops, from long pants to shorts. It's crazy. But you know what? You learn to deal with it and you keep it moving. Yeah. Yeah, it does, Gigi. It just works, and you got a lot of folks who's using it and they loving it. I'll be doing it again. I got some in there now. Thank you, Erica. I got these when I was in Jamaica. Yeah, yeah. I got them for a girlfriend and found out she didn't have pierced ears. I told her, all right, I keep it. I got you. That's right, Gina. Make sure you hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. And I will be looking for some more Tina getting to know you videos coming up, y'all. Where they at? Where they at? Where are the party people at? Do your videos, put them out so we can learn a little bit more about you. So that when I see you next year at the Soil Family Expo, I know a little bit more about you. And then you can get to like me just a little bit better as well. So if anybody got any questions, ask them now, forever hold your peace. What you say, Mike? Bring it. Mike, you got your nerve. You got your nerve, Mike. I told you, we sending the cavalry down there, Mike. We're gonna do you like they did Granny on the Beverly Hillbillies. We're gonna hog tie you in the rocking chair and we're gonna bring you down to Savannah, Georgia. So you can come down there and make me one of them tacos inside of the lettuce wrap where you can roll it up. I really like that, Mike. That was a really nice idea. I love that. Instead of using taco shells or bread, whether it's soft tacos or hard tacos, to use lettuce, a much healthier substitute. I really like that. Yeah. She is sunshine. Hey, 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 hey. Mike, would you stop it? You always doing that. Oh, thank you, Nikki. Yes, I will. I finally learned. Gina showed me how to get into it, so I will check it after the chat is over. I know how to get in there now. Yeah. Girl, I was happy to see all of y'all. I was really happy to see you. You helped make it possible. I wanted to snort and cry all over you, but I didn't want you to feel like I was like, wigging out. Yeah. And that outfit you wore Saturday night, Mona, that was so cute. That little two-piece sweat. I like that. I was like, oh, I could rock one of those. That was all right. Yeah. GT, let me tell you, it was so much crying, snorting, and snotting. It was funny. I'm gonna tell you two quick stories before I leave up out of here. The first one was Sunday backyard farmer. When we were Friday night at the pizza place, he was sitting across from me. It was like a bar across the middle. So I leaned over and I looked at him and I was like, "Do you know who I am?" And he was, Sonny always smiling. And he smiled at me and he shook his head like, "No." I said, "I'm Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner." Oh. You know how you do his hands. It was so funny. And the second one was the funniest one. It was Led Palmer. Led was talking about me. He didn't know I was standing there in front of him. He said, "Yeah, I want to meet Miss Shirley. They said she here, yada, 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 yada." And there was two ladies standing, one on each side. I think it was Growing with Hudson. It might have been Mona. And they kind of stepped away, and I just stood there like this. And then he looked at me. Then he realized who I was. I got the biggest hug from Led. You don't know. I think I was more happier to see him than he was to see me, but it was just glorious, you know. I just loved it. Yeah, it was just well, like I said, my back was killing me by the time I left out of there. I'm not that big, you know. The hugs and kisses, I was getting some serious bear hugs, and I loved every bit of it. It just made me feel good all over. Hey, Crafty, you made it over. How my baby girl doing? I know she getting big. Yes, it did. She probably sit up and telling you about stuff. But you say you got over 15 plants to repot. I can say this community did help me out because I would usually toss this soil out, but now I know how to sanitize and recycle. Girl, heck yeah. Soil costs too much to be throwing stuff out. I got 1,000,001 pots that's full of dirt. None of the plants that was in it were diseased. I dump all of that soil inside one of them big 17-gallon totes. I throw some bone meal, some blood meal, some worm castings, and maybe some cocoa core, and mix all that stuff up in there. And I have the two trash cans, and I just shake it and sift all the sticks and stuff out of it. I done refilled my flower pots up in there, and I'm getting ready to plant them all out. It's already seasoned and good to go. As long as the plants that was in the pot previously is not diseased, you can use that soil over and over and over again. And as your plants grow, you add a little 511 off in there to give it a little kick in the butt. Please. Girl, don't be throwing out no dirt. You know, I mean, you know how much soil is? Even if you go to the big box stores and get busted bags, that's still money out your pocket. Okay? Yeah, you better learn how to recycle. Just like I take brown paper bags and old newspaper, I use it as mulch. Shred it up, throw some leaves or whatever up on top of it. The worms love it and it keeps down weeds. No, you recycle everything you got up out here. My sister used to save the toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls and cut them in half, the paper towel rolls, put them all together, pack them full of soil, put you some seeds in it, just take the whole thing, put it in the ground. Recycle everything. You when you take out your trash, it should only be that much trash you take out. That's it. Everything else you should have recycled. Okay. You say, "Oh, I love a chunky baby." Yeah, she was chunky then. I love it. Whatever I missed, why I stepped away. Okay, well, I'm getting ready to step out. It's been more than 2 hours. I've been doing all the talking. But I'm glad everybody stopped in this evening. If I go live tomorrow, I will let her know. Oh, okay. Yeah. So everybody have a good evening. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you all taking time out of your busy schedules. And Led, if you're listening in the bushes, I hope you got them other 2 acres cut and you finished pulling up them fruit trees because I'm going to go back and watch your video and a few others. So thank you once again. I'll be back again next Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And as I always say, y'all have a good evening. Show me that you like me just a little bit. And y'all come back now. You hear?